Hello guys, well, you know what this is, you've checked the thumbnail, like it's here, like the beta is like dropped for Football Manager 2020 or FM20 as everyone will call it. Anyway, it's here, and this is my first impressions really going to be of it. I've not played Football Manager in quite a long time, so this is kind of like new and stuff like that, but I have watched like numerous videos and stuff of FIFA, there you go, FM19, so I've got an idea of like where things are and such and that, but there's going to be like certain things, but I'm not going to go through everything, go through in every specific detail. It's going to be really quick sort of video. You're probably wondering why Nottingham Forest. Well, this is not going to be the main, focus. Obviously, this is just for the beta. We're just going to do a small series for Nottingham Forest. The reason I've chosen Nottingham Forest, trying to take them back to then, like, Brian Clough like era, back in the way before I was born, like 70s and stuff, like, and then they went on to win European Cup because it wasn't the Champions League then. They won it in 1979, and then back to back they won it in 1980 as well. They also won the Premier League, but it wasn't the Premier League, it was the old First Division. I think it was 1978 when they won that. So they've got some history as winning, like, some top things, and they've been languishing in the Championship now for a long time, and it's like it is a fairly big club, compared to other clubs that, like, that are in like the Football League and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, I just wanted to see obviously I want to see Football Manager 20 and show you guys what's happening and stuff like that, but at the same time I wanted to my best is to try and get them back to maybe a Champions League or even a Premier League win or something, or close to it or whatever, and use this as like help in the Chesterfield series, which is going to be kicking off on the 19th of November when the full game actually releases. So this is a beta, so there might be some like glitches and bugs and still stuff in there. So if we do notice any, or if you notice any that I miss or anything like that, let me know in the comments, and then I can let Sports Interactive know as well. Let's delve in, shall we? This is like, sort of a representation of me up there. I have made myself. If you check like Twitter, I've put a little picture of me up there, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, like inbox and stuff like that. And it's going to be like introductions and stuff as we go through, but I will skip through certain things and stuff like that, and then highlight certain things as well, like, to keep the video as short as possible. So here we go, guys. So this is new to FM20. It is the club vision and what the board are expecting of us over the next coming sort of like iterations of the seasons and stuff like that as we move forward. Now, whether I've still got a contract at the end of it, we'll decide. Now, I can maybe, like over here, as you can see, I can alter and maybe say, like, look, I'd rather maybe not go with attacking football, maybe change something else and stuff like that, but they have like, I've got that as importance as being preferred. So I'm down for attacking football. That's going to stay as is. Work within a wage budget, and this like says here that the status is in progress. Now, yeah, that's obviously a 5-year plan. Now, they're probably when they say like maybe in progress, I would imagine is because it depends on the finances, doesn't it? Like, to begin with, it's going to be worked within a wage budget. I think any business, and that's what a football club is these days, is a business, has to work within a certain structure of finances. So we will try and adhere to that as best as possible. We've got, it doesn't look like we can do anything here with regards, because these are sort of like ghosted out. So they want us to, minimum requirement is to reach the playoffs. Now, last season, they finished 17th, so this is a big ask. You know what I mean? That they're expecting of us, like, taking over. They want us to reach the 4th round of the FA Cup. Minimum requirement in the Carabao Cup is the 3rd round, and they've also got a chance here. Well, this is like end of season 2020-21, so not this season, but the season after. They're looking at us to at least win promotion to the Premier League. So they're not expecting it. They want us to get into the playoffs, not expecting us to get out of the playoffs. So if we can aim for that, that's something. And then obviously it says my contract expires. Hopefully it gets renewed, but there we go. And then like it's going on like 20 and on 22, 23, 24. They're all expecting us to. The board is basically expecting us to remain within the Premier League after that, which is like what any board would want. You wouldn't want to like get relegated. Well, who would? Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to have an expectation as, yeah, we want to be relegated. You know what I mean? No one's going to say that. So there we go. I think we'll yeah, I'm quite happy to deal with it. I'm not going to like change around or anything like that. This is literally, I think that's within capabilities of achieving, so we'll go with that. So it looks like we've got some pre-season sort of like fixtures been arranged for us, which is good. We don't have to like worry about anything like that. So we've got a few players here that have reported back like for pre-season. They've got 3 players there that have reported back injured. So that's a bit of a blow. We'll obviously just getting used to the players and stuff like that. I don't actually know the Nottingham Forest side in any way. Like maybe I've heard of like certain players that are within the side, but I don't know their side. So it's going to be kind of like get used to it and work on the fly kind of thing. So this is just showing like the English transfer window is up and running. We know about some of these, like they've already gone through with Eden Hazard going to Real Madrid, Maguire at Manchester United, and Nicolas Pepe at Arsenal. It's so far Manchester United are the big spenders. They spent 150 million, and it looks like most active is Birmingham with 28 players. It doesn't say whether that's 28 players they brought in or 28 players as in just moved backwards and forwards. So I take it means in, but that's a hell of an overhaul there. Right then, as you can see, I've had a play around with the tactics and getting the team set up, kind of how it was, like, 4-2-3-1 is like, it's kind of how it was, but even though the familiarity is not all there, like, it's just, I'm playing this guy here, Silva. I need an attacking midfielder in there, to be honest. Like, he's not directly, he's not brilliant in there. He's advanced playmaker, attacking midfield, but not fully, in on that position, as it were. I'd like a better player in there. Yeah, we've got some decent players at the club. We've not got hardly any finances whatsoever. I'll just show you the finances. Where are they? Down here, as you can see, wage budget, we are looking at currently spending around about 430,000 per week. So we're looking at we've got maybe 4,000-5,000 a week to play with to bring a player in. That's not brilliant. So I think we've got some loan players in at the club and stuff like that. So it's not looking good on the finances and stuff like that. So I think we just have to begin with. I think we just have to work with what we've got. Not looking at to go out and purchase anyone and just see if we can get some decent youth players coming through that will help out as well. Maybe look at some loans and stuff like that as a possibility, but it's just trying to keep within that wage budget, because that is one of the the club visions where it was, whereas it working within wage budget there it is there, so we can obviously tweak the transfer to bring that down, so we could maybe adjust that to make the wage budget a little bit more copable. I think that's probably going to be the best option, but it's not going to leave us any chances to bring anyone in. So free transfers maybe is a possibility. Bring some free transfers into the side, and try and improve it in certain areas. There are some decent players at the club, he wasn't really decent for Arsenal, but Carl Jenkinson at right back, Sammy Amiobi spent some time obviously at Newcastle, didn't he? There is where is he? He's on the bench somewhere. Michael Dawson's been around a bit, hasn't he? But he's getting on now. He's 35, but at least he's good influence around the team and stuff like that. Like I say, this is just a mini series, guys. I'm just and using this to play around with. I have obviously played around with the custom tactics and stuff like that, so I played around with that. In possession and stuff, we're going for a tiki-taka kind of formation, but then I've decided to go with sort of a high tempo, because they wanted the attacking side of things, passing into space, getting some of those players to run in and stuff like that down the wings and things. Obviously adjust throughout the match, and throughout the series, But like I say, we've gone with the attacking. That's what the club are expecting. That's what I've agreed to. So going to go with that. We've also gone here with in transition. What's this? What did I do with this one? I can't remember. Oh yeah, distribute to the flanks, because I'm going with the more trying to get stuff in from the wings and stuff like that. So that is what I've decided on that. We're sort of a counter press, counter attacking kind of style to begin with, and then like I say, it's literally this is going to be, we're using pre-season now to get an idea of how the team adjusts to the new sort of style that I'm going to try and implement on the club, and see if they like it, and there'll be ups and downs. That's it. That's football management for you, isn't it? Out of possession, just to give you an idea, kind of keeping us fairly mid, fairly high, not too deep. Don't want to getting the team pressing onto us, so don't want to go too deep with that. Again, it's one of those where it will change as the match goes, as the season goes. This formation might not work. It might be a case we might have to rethink things. any suggestions, advice, quite happy, throw it down in the comments. Not going to say that I'm going to use it, but I'm happy to read it and then take it on board. So if you've got any like sort of like tips or anything like that where you think like, oh, you should maybe try this with this player, or because maybe you might know some more about Forest than what I do. I'm not an avid watcher of Nottingham Forest, no, as you can see, but there we are. Yeah, that's my first overall like look at the game. It looks fantastic. Like I say, like there's lots to do on it and stuff like that, and have like, you know, a play around with it. And I will do some pre-season stuff, get my act together of like how the team are going to play and stuff like that. And then what we'll do is we'll come back on. Well, I'm gonna change obviously like the upload like schedule with regards to PES and Football Manager. I want to get Football Manager out there, like, you know what I mean. So I will probably actually now push PES a little bit. So any PES viewers out there, I do apologise, but there isn't that many of you. So it's going to be Football Manager, and basically click that bell notification, guys, and that way like you'll know when the videos are going to go up, because I'm going to try and get up as many of these as I possibly can. And in the next episode we'll actually show you some gameplay and stuff like that. But this is really just my first overall look, showing you guys sort of an overall look of like how and stuff that can be changed and stuff. I have set up, you know, scouts and stuff. They're off and running and doing their thing. That I'm waiting for them to come back now. It's going to be a week or so before we get anything back from them. What else we got? We got the dev sensor, where this is like a new thing that's come into the game, like, which is a fantastic like thing. Gives you all to do with all your under 18s, your under 23 squads, everything all in one place, even loans and stuff like that. So we can see here we've got players that we've brought in on loan and stuff that we can recall as well from that are out on loan. So we've got recall on and terminate. So as you can see, we brought players in, and we've also got players out. And then it gives you down here just at the bottom. I'm pointing, but I can use my mouse pointer now. And it gives you suggestions of like players that they feel with the, you know, your staff that they would do well if they went out on loan. So I've made sure that Brennan Johnson down here and Danny Preston are both available for loan. So we'll see if we get any offers in for them, trying to get obviously the potential up, because you can see 3.5 stars on both of them. We want to try and push that like as best as possible to like edge that and getting as high as possible with regards to that. So yeah, there's as everything goes, there's so much involved in this game that to throw everything into like this video is not going to happen. Like, you know, I will go through different things on different videos and show you a bit more in depth on certain things, but just give you an idea of the schedule and stuff like that. As you can see, we've got these pre-season friendlies that are already been arranged by the club, which is great. Don't have to organise that. And then we open up things nice and easy with West Brom, Leeds and Blackburn. But there we are. Like, what we'll do is we'll do 2 games per episode and stuff. So West Brom and Leeds will be the first sort of games that you gets to see. And yeah, there we are, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Quick look at it, like, you know what I mean. It's my first impressions. It's probably yours as well. Maybe you've seen some other videos and stuff out there. And like I say, like, you know, get involved with it. Let me know what's going on down in the chat down below, like in the comments and stuff. And I'll catch you in the next one. So have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. It's Dave from Mumongu Gaming signing off. Cheers.